Ladies and gentlemen, this is the C Double, and I am Chris Champion. I am part of Open Wrestling Talk. It's my show. I do it when I want to. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight is celebration night, and I would like to obviously let you know I don't work alone. I got a little sneak peek for you. I got my crew here tonight, battling from his deathbed, the one, the only, the Arabian Wolf, Paul Jassa. There you go, buddy. Thank you for arriving off your deathbed. We appreciate you.
No doubt. No doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, he stands at 6 foot 20 inches tall. Bad booty.
I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah. So?
Yo, is Sin Cara working tonight?
What happened?
Sin Cara just interfered in C Double's
Yo,
hell no!
Sin Cara
Sin Cara get fired up in this motherfucker.
Yo,
I'm gonna stick Yusuf on him.
Sin Cara, you can't work here. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus, I want professional talent. Ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, you can't work here. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brickwall himself, Billy. What up, my friend?
What's up?
All right, thank you for that rousing rendition there, Brick. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. He is the big man himself.
Oh, this is the best night ever.
Great news.
He just no call. And his mic is muted.
And I get knocked off my own show. I'm going to have a talk with the upper authorities on this one. I'll tell you. And then I see my fat face on the other end there. All right, we finally dropped that. Thank you, Jesus. All right, guys. Let's start this over. I am C Double. This is Open Wrestling Talk. I got the Arabian Wolf, Paul Jassa. I got Mr. Brickwall. I got Mr. One the Only, the co-founder of Destroy Kayfabe. Mr. I can't take it anymore. I'm busting out laughing at my homeboy. CM motherfucking Styles.
Thanks for that botched intro. Just like the other guys, we were getting a kick out of this tonight. We can do that more often. If we have that show every day, I can handle that. Let's get this underway before we botch any more.
I'm with you, and I'm sorry, everybody. It happened. So, but basically, guys, tonight I wanted to do an open forum style show where we got to talk to you guys and kind of get some breaking news breaking out. Daniel Bryan did have his surgery. It went successfully. That's the good news. But really, there's a headliner tonight, and we just found out. So a lot of us are excited. I know my man Paul, and I know Brickwall, and I know CM. Oh, yeah. You guys are psyched about this. Prince DeWitt has signed the contract. We are going to be seeing, I mean, this guy is phenomenal. If you haven't, you need to look him up. The guy is, we've been posting his videos, some pictures. I am excited about it. I saw Paul was giving me some great info and some great stuff to watch. And, man, I can't wait. He's obviously going to have to start in NXT, I think. But, my God, I hope it won't take long because he's one of those that I cannot wait to see him inside the WWE arena. So lead off with it, Paul. What do you think about this whole situation there?
The last couple of weeks, it's all been speculation. Even maybe, I think it's been about 2-3 months now. People have been talking about it. It's been a lot more relevant than usual. There were rumors that Triple H has been trying to sign Prince Devitt for at least 3 years now. You know, the pioneer of the Bullet Club, the real rock and roller. You know, longest reigning IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion of all time. His credentials, you know, they speak for themselves. His resume is it's like miles long of 5-star matches, day in and day out. You know, this guy's just phenomenal. 32 years old. friggin' body of a god, 8-pack. You know, he's not the biggest guy. He's more of a Daniel Bryan caliber. He's like 5'10", 5'11", 185 pounds. But you know, I'm telling you, this guy's gonna bring it to the table, and he's gonna raise the bar. And I think he's really gonna be the measuring stick in WWE, considering they said he's only going to be kept in developmental for so short of a time. I believe they wanted to keep him there for maybe a month or two, even though he doesn't need it. There's a pecking order, and they're not just going to debut him on the main roster in front of all the workhorses. So, yeah, he'll go through the developmental system real quick, and he'll debut. And I don't know. I don't think they're going to repackage him. What do you guys think?
All right, we're gonna throw it to brick wall. What do you think there, Brad? And give us your take too.
No, I don't think they're gonna repackage. They might let him be how he is right now. Just maybe name that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, when he signed, I thought it's fake. I thought people were trolling like they used to do. So he's gonna have some great matches when he does debut. Overall, the guy just overall very impressive. I enjoyed all his matches. I hope he has success in WWE.
I'm pretty sure this is a pretty, I know this is a big signing, after what I saw. Jim, go ahead and give me your take. What do you feel about Prince DeWitt?
I'm excited. I'm going to be honest. I am very excited. Just like Paul said, this has been talked about for years now. And over the last several weeks, Prince DeWitt was going to be signed to WWE. Like 32, the founder of the Bullet Club. For those who don't know who the Bullet Club is, go online, look at the go in there, look at the Bullet Club. Right now, their new leader AJ's taking that spot. They pretty much DeWitt's role, but just to see DeWitt finally sign a deal, have him start in NXT is like they said, no repackage, no anything. I'd rather take a name change, have something on par what his name is right now, because what they did with guys like Jericho, Chris Hero, and the list goes on. They've botched it so much, and that's what I have for guys like this. That kind of but I can't wait to see what he does once he starts showing up on that no date.
And I get that. My whole thing is this, guys. I am psyched about it because we have been saying we need new blood, new faces, and this is definitely one of them. This guy is legit. When I see his stuff, I was very impressed with him. I really was. I like athleticism. I like high flyers. There's nothing like getting the fans psyched than seeing a guy like that, going off the charts, inside, outside the ring, and he's not just your typical high flyer. He's a technician. I can't wait to see him against Arian Neville. If that match happens on NXT,
We've seen him in Japan. We've seen him in
exactly. Because that's what I was talking about. That match in Japan. If it's, it's going to be good because it's going to be on that network. I'm telling you guys, WWE Network. That's the place you want to go to. They had the NXT show tonight. But DeWitt, guys, my thinking is you need, and I'm not trying to go ahead and put this kind of pressure on him. You need to kind of make him like Undertaker, though, because I think of that entrance he had that one time where they had the casket, he comes out. It would be really cool if they did something like that, or just, had him come out like from the depths of hell or something, and just with the makeup. But to me, this guy just has something about him. He has that factor. When you see him, you can't keep your eyes off because of the fact that he moves so good. The skills he's got in the ring, to me, it's just top notch. So, with that said, now that Prince DeWitt has signed with WWE, and we all feel like this is a big moment, my question is this: who's next? Who's that next big guy? Who's that next person that we've seen in the indie scenes that we would like to see on the rosters, that we would like to get some exposure? Heck, it could be a an ROH guy, it could be a TNA guy. I will say this though, and it's going to come off controversial, but I don't give a damn. The problem I see with TNA is that WWE is going to be willing to work with guys with Ring of Honor, CZW, Japan, indie guys. They will stay clear away from from NXT or TNA guys. That's a scary thing, unless they used to be with WWE first off. What do you guys think about that? I'm going to go ahead and shoot it to you, Paul.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't. If TNA offered me a contract as an aspiring pro wrestler, I'd probably take it, given that the time was right and I was ready for it. But you know, everyone's different, in my opinion. You know, in my opinion, I think the next guy that's going to get signed to WWE besides Kenta and DeWitt, I think they're really high on Roderick Strong. I think Roderick Strong will be the next guy to get drafted into developmental, and he'll probably get signed to a 1-year contract, and they see how he does, and if he performs well and he delivers, then they're gonna re-sign him for a multi-year contract, and we'll probably see him on the main roster given his talent and his credibility in the ring. We've seen what he can do in Ring of Honor and other promotions, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, etc. Even in a little bit of Dragon Gate, he had a little feud with Johnny Gargano. But that's another name that needs to get out there that people need to recognize and check him out is Johnny Gargano. 900 plus days as Dragon Gate even say open the Freedom Gate champion, and the guy is just, it speaks volumes when you've had a title for just about 3 years reigning. He hasn't lost. Great heel work, phenomenal in the ring. Really, the first thing that comes to mind when you think of him is a true innovator. He does a lot of things that nobody's ever seen before, and people need to check him out. He deserves the recognition, and Adam Cole as well. Johnny Gargano being only at 26 years old, a 3-year reigning champion in one of the biggest promotions in the world. You got Adam Cole, who just retained his title at Global Wars against Kevin Steen. Great match. The feud's going to continue. Can Steen be a 2-time champion? Who knows? Another name WWE is considering as well. So, you know, what do you guys think? There's so much going on right now.
All right, Brickwall, go ahead.
Like you said, WWE was looking at Steen. They're really high on him. They might sign him probably when his contract's up in ROH. I could see Steen probably going late too. So that's another name. Yeah, Adam Cole too. Should go in WWE too. There's a whole bunch of guys in the Indies that are really good that need to be mainstream wrestling. So people know who these guys are. Yeah.
You know, I hear you, man, and I'm gonna also throw this to CM. Give me your take on that. And like I said, CM, I know you know some indie guys, so go ahead. You know, hey,
I'm not just talking about like guys that are in ROH.
Yeah.
Although, hey, let's put Cheeseburger in NXT. Just because of his name. Next thing you know, it'd be called Hamburger if he ends up on NXT. But guys that I'd like to see end up in a developmental state, and you know him, and I know him real well. Guys like Standing Man Styles. No one knows who he is. He's a very underrated wrestler. The guy is almost like a womanizer. Dude, yeah, literally. I thought it was wellness. No, this dude works out almost like every day. You have guys like Xavier Cross. This guy's coming across the pond, coming over to our country, and he's actually got a nice little move set as well. Now, Paul, if you want to end up in TNA, man, you might as well just say, hey, I like working for free. That's your foot in the door right there.
You'd be surprised they actually make better money than what they show.
Well, hey, remember, you'll start out with $50K a year. Someone can say,
oh God, I knew you were gonna go there.
Hold on, let me get.
That's all right. I have the blue collar work ethic, so I'm ready for it.
Let me put that big boy suit on real quick. You know,
Oh, no, you did.
and flash my ID around too. Yeah, those are just names right there, and you know, big names that I would like to see in TNA, or not TNA, but you know, on TV. You know, guys like Steve, he's great to have in the WWE. You know, WWE wouldn't see him as, oh, well, he's championship material. Well, I think he can cut a promo and wrestle, and for the size that he is, he's good. You know, Adam Cole, I would like to see him on the roster. Roderick Strong. Luckily, he doesn't have a broken neck from that botched Styles clash about a month or two ago. I'd like to see him. That's just a couple names. I really don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is where I'm just getting into the indie scene. I'm just watching some of this, and it made me go, wow. It's one of those feelings when you're so used to your space, and then when you go out to watch a wrestling event and you realize, holy crap! Like CM, when you showed me that pro wrestling day, you know, I was like, man, that was unbelievable because we got to watch wrestling, and it was nonstop guys that you don't ever see all the time. So, and I definitely like Adam Steele. I like Kevin Steele. I like, I remember I like the Young Bucks. My thing is, I would love to see, you know, guys like, Shelley and Saban team up again. They had such a great chemistry together. I look at guys that have been there that made an impact, but they're not there anymore. Like Crimson was one of them. I would love to see him back in the ring. I think he is a pretty good worker. I like Kevin Steele. I like now the Johnny Gargano, I think it is. You said
Gargano.
Yeah, he is very impressive too. To me, this is a good sign that you see WWE taking that, we need to go beyond our comfort zone. We need to get these guys that the fans are talking about. And you know what? Say what you want about Triple H. Triple H is doing everything possible to get in the best talent. I mean, can he be a jerk to people? Yeah. Can he be, hard on guys? But you know what? To me, I look at him as he's nothing but fair. He's been working with these guys. He's given them chances. Look what he's done with Shield. Could you imagine Prince DeWitt versus Dean Ambrose? That gives me chills thinking about that whole situation.
Or Seth Rollins. Or
Yeah, Seth. Yeah,
Roman Reigns. Anybody
you
like
know,
that.
exactly. I mean, and here's the good thing about it: we haven't even heard the guy talk. So okay, that's what I was about to ask. That's the next thing. As a talker, how is he? Because we don't know. I want to hear, Paul. And by the way, fair chance, Paul. I'm going to say it. We don't know if TNA is going to be around when you're ready to be working in the wrestling scene. You may be working at Global Force, so we would like that too for you. We want the best for you, Ben. If you on our show, we want the best for you.
No, I agree. Like when you brought it up just about a couple minutes ago, I was like, I was thinking to myself, I don't know if TNA will be around by the time I'm coming up and I'm on that level, but who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. As of right now, I'm not an expert by any means. I don't think they're headed in the right direction, and they're, just really hanging on to the edge of the cliff, in my opinion. And they're doing everything they can to scrape and claw money, just like in rations. It's not working for them, and they're going downhill. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go out of business, but they could still save themselves. But if they're going to do it, the time is now. But yeah, I don't see them being around by the time I'm coming up in the scene. But what are you gonna do?
Exactly. So all right. So, but that's what. Well, back to my question, David. You said he's a talk. We haven't never heard him done a promo, or I haven't anyway. Give me an idea what we're looking at. Is it just is it going to be one of those that might be a detriment, or can he cover? I mean, I'm just asking a question, because that's going to be something people are going to highlight.
No, like where he's from, and he's originally from Ireland, Glasgow, Ireland, I believe it is.
Okay.
So, but no, like nothing. His gimmick really, his persona, his personality, his character. It has no roots of where he's from or anything like that. He doesn't show about him being British by any means, anything like that at all. So he's more of a hard hitting promo. He's more of a in the guy. He's like in the face of the camera at all times, and he's the center of attention, and he's really charismatic. But it's more of a hard hitting, like I'm going to take this. This is mine to take, and short, sweet, and to the point. I wouldn't say he's amazing, but, with his in-ring ability, and you tie his promos together, and I really think the thing that sells it for him is his mind for the business.
No, that's good. That's good. That's what I was kind of wanting to get to. All right. So with that being said, now that, we got to the point now we get these new talent. So now we go. He's going to have probably a short stint, like you said. He'll be in NXT just to kind of get familiar with the WWE arena. See if he can flow. My question is this: do you think, because we've seen guys come in with big fanfare, i.e. Sin Cara, I hate to say it, but do you guys think that that's going to be an issue, or do you think he'll be able to rise above it, and we're going to see this guy on the main roster? Because they're projecting it August or maybe by Survivor Series. What do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and throw it to you, Paul, then I'm going to flip it to you, Brick, and see ya.
I don't see him being in developmental more than 2 months, and that's really pushing it for me. He doesn't even need to be in developmental. He should be debuting on the main roster, and I don't want to give him grace and say he deserves to, stomp the pecking order and just go into a main feud or storyline. But he is that good of a wrestler. Who knows what they're going to do with him? I'm sure he is going to come up through developmental and have a brief stint down there, just to get familiar with the company and how they run and operate day by day, and what he needs to do, and what they really want to tweak with him in the ring and stuff like that. Because no matter how good you are, they're always going to point out something wrong with you. So he could possibly debut on the main roster. Who knows? But I think he'll do like a month or so in developmental.
All right, go ahead, Brickwall.
Yeah, I only see him in development for like 1 or 2 months to the top. So
Like Sami Zayn doesn't need to be there either. Either does Neville.
I don't know why they're still there, but
I think they're keeping them there to keep the product alive, because if you take them out, there's not much like headliners. There's no those are the marquee guys for NXT at the moment. That's the reason they're still there, I believe.
I was going to go to that point, but you kind of stole it there. That's a good. Paul's on it. He may have been on his deathbed, but he's ready for this fight. So, but you were saying that, Brick? So you were saying, Brick?
yeah, I was saying he'd only be there 1 2 months. Probably feud with NXT with Neville or Sami Zayn. Probably have some matches with them.
Those would be some pretty good matches too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even win the NXT title, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, CM. The spotlight's on you, my friend. Go ahead and give us your take on that.
Spotlight, yeah, Batista mode right now.
Oh no Batista mode. I don't want you wearing those skinny jeans, man.
I won't wear them. But yeah, just like these guys.
I mean, you could go through the Divas locker room if you like. I ain't gonna stop you there now.
I'll be looking for gym bags, not But yeah, give him a couple months, just to work at Uber style. He's gonna be working WWE style, but he's gonna mix that with his actual, his New Japan style. The guy's gonna be really quick and running. It's gonna be hard to keep up with him. Working with guys like Sami Zayn, that'll probably be his highlight right there, just to get him ready to get bumped up. Like I said about the other guys that are down there, if you get rid of them right now, NXT won't mean a whole lot. You're gonna have a bunch of just WWE guys, not even that, but a bunch of rookies that have barely any experience who are trying too hard, and then get put over by guys like Neville. Hopefully we don't see him too long down there, and more than likely I won't ask the question, or if you don't even try to ask it. But I'd rather see him in SmackDown. How about you guys?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and ask around. Paul, what do you think?
As far as seeing him on SmackDown, I don't know. I don't know where I really want to see him. I'd like to see him on Raw so he gets more of the spotlight, more of the exposure. I'm not sure how, I know how big of a name he is with internet fans, internet darlings, as they like to call us. I don't know what they think about it. He is a big guy, in Japan and overseas. When it comes to the USA, he's familiar with a decent amount of fans. But as far as mainstream goes, I don't know how the casual fans going to accept him and how that's going to work. But I think he's going to be stand out no matter what.
Oh, hell, I gotta do this. Give me 1 second. I apologize, people. But I must retweet something I just saw somebody post. It was quite funny. Anyway, with that being said, Brickwall, give me your take.
On SmackDown, I'd rather see him debut on Raw. I don't know, SmackDown not really that big like it used to be. If SmackDown went live on Tuesdays, then okay. But it's not live anymore, so
I'm gonna do.
That'll be the second story that we're going to cover on that, guys. All right,
Yes.
Sam.
Yes.
So, well, let me. So, do you want to? What do you prefer, Raw or SmackDown?
Raw.
Alright, let's see. I already said SmackDown.
But if SmackDown's live, that we're gonna get into later, it's probably gonna be a lot more interactive and a lot better as far as quality goes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I say SmackDown, because SmackDown is like 80% wrestling and 20% storylines. So to put them on SmackDown, especially if it goes live, they'll give us a reason to want to watch that even more. And the ratings will jump. You know that for a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not gonna get no one unless he's on Raw first.
Yeah, the first moment he's going to have is a Raw moment where, and here's my thing is this, you know, that's kind of why I wanted to do the show, and you know, to mention him, to get him some recognition. Look, if you know the Bullet Club, if you know, but if you didn't know it, I'm just learning it now. So that's what I'm saying. You know, there are guys that don't know that love wrestling. Now they're hearing about, okay, this guy signed. Well, we need to get that stuff out there. We need to get the music out there. We need to get, you know, his entrance. We need to get, you know, kind of give the people a feel like, you know, happened with Sin Cara, but yet, you know, this guy I feel will work. You know, I just feel like this guy has it. You know, what I saw, you know, especially when he worked with Arian Neville, that was a very good match in Japan. The fans were very hype for that, and like I said, to me, Raw. You got to have a Raw moment. You know, let him work there, and then he can work on SmackDown, especially with the news we just heard also that WWE has signed a deal with NBC Universal, meaning that they're staying with you know, Sci-Fi on SmackDown, and USA is going to be sticking with Raw. So that's good news. But I'm still thinking the other, yeah, Spike is going to be getting rid of somebody soon. But yeah, I really believe that's a great thing, and I believe CM, you were saying that they are talking of doing SmackDown Live on Tuesday nights, and if so, man, well, we're going to be a jam-packed show on Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays when we talk wrestling. So, guys, what's your view on one, the deal, two, the potential of having SmackDown Live, and do we need to start doing a show where we split the rosters again? Because to give these guys, because, you know, there's so much talent, it's almost like we're choking it off at some points. Because if you notice, Raw and SmackDown has been, like you said, seeing more wrestling, but we're having to also, the same amount of guys are wrestling when there are some others that could too. Paul, I'm going to shoot to you first on that one.
You know, I'm kind of curious how it's going to affect the wrestlers wrestling 2 live shows in one night, a night after night, I'm sorry. Going from a 3-hour show live Monday to a 2-hour show live the next day, and who knows what their schedules are after that. But, you know, I'm all for it. I feel the product overall will be a lot better if they're filming live. Just from the last couple of years, you could tell when you watch a tape show and a live show which one exceeds the other, and it's always a live show. But they did strike the deal, I guess, so I guess that's what we're probably going to see. Also, JR mentioned it, so he's a pretty reliable source, in my opinion. So it's a credible logic as far as we know so far.
Yeah. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. Go ahead there, Brick.
Alright, yeah. The reached a deal with NBC. That's really good to know. Yeah, live SmackDown should be live on Tuesday. They've been talking about that since last year, actually. That they didn't want to do that. It might actually happen this year. So.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Alright, for this whole SmackDown thing, I would love to see it on Tuesday nights. For the fact that, well, it would make me change our show up a little bit, but that's alright. Like Paul said, you know, JR has been talking about it. Universal and WWE are now talking about it ever since they shut that. If everything starts going live, I'd like to see some more programs on TV to follow up with it.
Like, you're saying programs, what do you mean?
Other shows that they have there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we already got Raw and SmackDown. I know they started pulling things off TV because they want to put it on the network. I want to see Superstars come back, or at least main event. Do that on a Friday or Saturday night. That'd be pretty cool. Although, knowing Vince, the way he does things, it's going to kind of suck. But seeing a live SmackDown and no longer have to see or a tape show, that'll make things a hell of a lot easier, a hell of a lot better, because now you're not going to know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. I like the idea of it, guys. I am down with it because of the fact that you're going to basically have SmackDown live. You're going to have, the fans hyped, and then it's on a Tuesday when really nothing's happening on Tuesday. Friday night, come on, think about it. You got family, you're off work. You're going to want to go to the bar, get a drink. It's kind of hard, and then when you're trying to catch up on it, you really can't because, weekend's coming, you want to do some stuff, so for the normal person, I can see where it can get to. But for it being on a Tuesday, that would be great for the company to go that route. I know another company would be so sad, but who gives a dang about that? My thing is this, when that just shows you, some of these rumors about WWE, having so much loss. I mean, in the business, you're going to have losses, you'll have gains. It's up and down. I will say this. I read an article about the referees, not getting paid. My thing is this. If you're getting all this deals going on, you need to take care of all your people, not just the refs, not just, the wrestlers. I mean, you got to take care of them all. I mean, if they're working their butts off for you and taking care of you, you need to take care of them. I mean, that's just the only way to be. So with that being said, guys, is there anything you wanted to say to that about the reports about the referees and not getting paid or not being paid for their expenses? What y'all's views on that is. I'll start with you, Paul.
I don't know how they're afforded their payments. They said there's like speculation of how they are paid, and depending on how much they make with house shows and things like that, the pay can vary depending on how well the show is booked and how many fans arrive, how many tickets are sold. There's so much detail you could go into, and it's all really business politics at the end of the day, and perception of who thinks they should make more and who thinks they make a good amount. And obviously management thinks they make probably not enough or too much. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's all business politics at the end of the day. It's not much I care to get into. And I think I evaluate some things in wrestling and read too many spoilers, and I think I really ruin it for myself, and that's why I'm so angry when I see certain things that I already knew about. So I'm really trying to shy away from the dirt sheets, actually.
Yeah, actually, I am too on that one. I try not, and like I said, after the last, and I'm gonna just say real quick, fans, if you are hoping for a TNA review, here it is. Did you watch Raw? There you go. TNA has made themselves a parody of WWE. Their creative has kind of just said, hey, you see these scripts? Woo! Let the paper fly, because we ain't having money. So, and
is
it's
it that bad to the point where you can't think of your own idea? And I'm not going to say they're copying them, but like, Jesus Christ, you guys go in the same direction a week later that they did prior.
Yeah.
I'm not even that kind of asshole that's like, oh my god, they're copying. Because it is wrestling and people do copy each other. And
yeah.
There is repetitiveness, but it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about how you work that storyline or that angle or that wrestler or that gimmick. Whatever it may be, it's how you do it and how you put your spin on it overall. But,
yeah.
Like, just forming the thing tonight, I saw the ending of Impact. I didn't record it, which I'm happy about, because then I would have to watch it later. But,
Don't
they
do it.
did Kenny King, MVP, and
Bobby Lashley.
They formed a stable, whatever it may be.
Black Lucian.
I don't even know what to call them, but yeah. So they put EY down. He's the underdog. They're billing him like that, and it kind of seems like Evolution with Daniel Bryan at first. It was kind of ridiculous.
EY needs neck surgery.
Yeah, I read that. Eli's going to have neck surgery next, or the live show he's going to come out with a neck brace and say that the monster
I feel bad
is.
for him.
Yeah.
Why? Like, how does he feel like working these angles? Like, he has to know there's some similarities. He's a professional wrestler. He's not blind. So, he's a smart guy, actually, to be honest. He's a really smart guy. So, I'm sure he knows. And, I don't know how he really feels about that. He finally gets the chance, but he's getting overshadowed because of this crap. And
Thank you
I
for
have
saying that.
I've always complimented him on his work, and I thought he was a great worker, and I thought he deserved that time. And his time is now, but it's being overshadowed, and it's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah. No. You are right in what you said there. I definitely want to elaborate on that, but Bill, go ahead, Brickwall.
Yeah. What was it about the referees?
Well, referees, but if you want to go on that tangent also with Impact, we...
Say something stupid, Paul.
No, that's your segment.
Oh yeah.
I'll say something. About
Wait, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. TNA's only paying 30 of the wrestlers.
Jesus.
Wait, they're only what?
Paying 30 of the wrestlers are getting paid.
Only 30 of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I heard about the production crew being backed on checks that haven't cleared, so I wouldn't doubt it.
That too.
I gave him 2.5 months, and that was 3 days ago, so.
Yeah. Their products are just copy and paste right now. Basically, the main storyline.
The pot's in the stove and the water's boiling. It's eventually going to overflow, and they're not going to, I don't think they're going to make it.
Yeah. Well, and here, go ahead there, CM. Give us, the ref take, and like I said, if you want to take a, we're not taking shots. We're just saying what we feel about what we're hearing and seeing with Impact Wrestling.
Because I don't want to see them go out of business.
Not just that, they might sign on a new network if Spike don't sign them.
No one's going to sign them.
That's why I laughed. That's fun.
No, like Paul said, the whole thing with the venue, house shows and all those other live, right there, that's step one. But if they're getting underpaid though at the same time, compared to what they used to be paid, I see it as a serious problem. I'm not sure exactly what why it's making a headline, but it's a big deal to him, and it might not be a big deal to everyone else that's making money. Follow their chain of command for, they should complain about how you're not getting paid. Be happy that you get something from these companies. Because if you're out in the independent scene, you'll be lucky if you get $25 at ref and name.
I hear you, man. Any comment about the TN Lame?
The what?
The Black Lucian, anything?
Well, I just went on YouTube earlier, right after the show there, and he had a video up since A, it was taped, B, it was still taped, so they upload that like right when it's going on.
What?
What?
You're telling? Hold on, whoa. Let me get straight. They uploaded their show on YouTube before the actual show.
No, not before the show. Like after it's done, it goes right up, just like they do with SmackDown when it's over.
Oh, okay.
Uploaded, or on in the process. But yeah. Now, of course, I'm always in the chat room to talk wrestling. During this day, Evolution 2.0, and Daniel Bryan, got taken down by him. I say to myself, this is why I don't watch stuff like that anymore. TNA.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And, look, this is where I'm getting aggravated with, and I don't want to beat the dead horse. So, but Paul, you said it right, and CM, you also said it, and Rick, you said it too. There's good talent in TNA. We're not crapping on the wrestlers. We're not. We understand. You got to get a paycheck. Paul, if you were wrestling there, Godspeed. We'd be cheering for you, hoping for the best. But, we would be feeling bad for you because we didn't know what the story was, because you probably wouldn't be able to come out and say, yeah, I haven't gotten paid in 2 months, Yeah, so it's like, it's hard on them. So, and families and everything of that sort. My problem is the direction. I mean, all right, so you have Eric Young. Nothing against his talent. He's a good wrestler. If you saw his work when he was part of that World Elite, he was the leader, and he spoke well. He organized it well. And, I was impressed because I kept seeing him as the idiot, dancing monkey kid. But then he showed he could wrestle. He could be a heel. He could get heat. And then, can get the fans on his side also. So I was impressed with that. But then okay, he's wild woolly. Well, let's see. WrestleMania just happened. We need something. You just like picked him out of the sky and said, "You're going to be injured. You're going to wrestle 2 matches, and you're going to give a promo why you want the belt, and it's going to be similar to this guy." That angers me. That to no end. I mean, CM, we did a Impact show, and I gave it what -5 stars on that one because it's like I said, it was copy paste.
Yeah.
And now with the Black Lucian. And if you want to end the Black Lucian, what are we going to have? A Russian come out to save EY? I mean, come on, dear God. But if you have another person that could play Lana, I would like to be the person that can oversee that one. That's the only way I'm going to give you any credit. But anyway, but for real, it's like, it's just frustrating. It really is, what are you going to say, Brick?
It just makes me sick how he has the title just because of Daniel Bryan having the title.
Yeah, and Paul, you said it yourself, how does he feel? He cannot feel like this is an accomplishment when basically it's like he could look at Daniel Bryan and go, really? I mean, if they would have posed it to me, knowing the money situation and everything, I probably would have looked at him and said, deuces, I can't. I mean, no, I won't. Because that's the kind of thing that people put against you and, is tagged on you. I feel for EY. I feel for MVP. I like MVP. I ain't got a problem with him. I just find it ridiculous. You got MVP and Bobby Lashley, and not that they're back because I think they're good talents. Handshake deals, you don't even have them on a full contract.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not on contract.
So that means next week they can show up and fight Alexander Rusev if they wanted to.
That means MVP gonna go in WT and be like, screw you, TNA.
And do you blame them? So,
no.
And the referee situation, I just want to say, WWE, I feel will fix it eventually. Right now you got all this stuff going on. Kind of coincidental, that report comes out about the referees. Was it like a TNA mark kind of throwing it out there to try to give WWE a bad press? Well, look what happened. They turned around and announced that they signed a contract with Universal. They turned around and signed Prince DeWitt. This is showing you what WWE does. When someone tries to say something about them, they step up to the plate. They do other things. I don't see a problem. I mean, the way I see it is, there are problems in WWE, don't get us wrong. Hell, we'll call them out when you got guys like Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Damian Sandow, Cody Rhodes, Miz. You got all these guys that are talented, and they can't get sniff for all, but yet 3MB can show up on a main event spot. That's where we can go off on. But when you talk about business-wise, WWE does it right. And I'm going to tell you, TNA, you messed up when you freaking let Jeff Jarrett go. Jeff Jarrett's father was in wrestling. Now, was he the best? Probably not, but you know what? The man has the experience. Jeff Jarrett learned under that. Jeff Jarrett built TNA. He came up with that six-ring design. He came up with some of these matches. King of the Mountain, yes, that was his name, but you know what? It was his idea. Was it kind of goofy at points? Maybe, but you know what? It was getting over. So Global Wrestling Force, I cannot wait to find out more about them, find out who they're going to go after. But what do you guys think about the Global Wrestling Force? Do you feel any, that you think they're going to make it, that they're going to have a decent shot? Or, the way I see it is you got to have some competition. Being the big dog, you get, fat and happy. You always got to find a fight, the way I see it. But what do you guys say, Paul?
The first thing that really comes to mind is, a new platform for wrestlers to hone their craft on. A new platform for people to put their name out there. A new platform for jobs in general, for production staff, for fans. It's probably the biggest thing. If TNA is still around, there'll be 3 mainstream products out there. Jeff Jarrett already publicly announced he will be competing with TNA and WWE, so he does take it serious, and he does want to make it a competition. Of course, TNA, that is a threat to them. WWE, it's not going to really affect by any means, especially the way they're building right now. I think they're ready for it. They see Global Force Wrestling coming up, and not that it has anything to do with the way they've been enhancing the product, but they're gonna do good by any means. Fortune 500 company, billion-dollar company, publicly traded on the stock market. Vince McMahon's an entrepreneur and probably one of the smartest guys as far as business savvy goes in the world today. So I'm interested to see what Jeff Jarrett can do. He does have a sense of promoting through doing it himself and through his father that he learned from. So who knows if TNA is still around though? Global Force Wrestling is going to take it right to him, and if TNA is around at the time, I think Global Force will be the reason they fail, maybe.
All right. Brick Wall.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how it's going to grow. See what kind of talent he develops. See what he does. Don't think TNA will be around by then. I think it'll be gone. I don't really see it as threats to the league. I don't think they really care right now because it hasn't even started officially yet. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so they're probably gonna wait and see how far they're gonna step again up once Jeff Jarrett's company gets a little better.
All right. DM, go ahead there, bud.
All right. For this Global Force Wrestling organization, I'm looking forward to it. Because it's possible. TNA 2.0. Fine, let it be. As long as it doesn't have influence over both matches, it's a big deal. All wrestling, storyline, all we got. Other than that, I just can't wait to see it.
All right. I don't know what's going on. We're having some mic issues there. I'm trying to hear everybody. But look, it is what it is. And guys, I appreciate y'all, last minute, coming on in, being a part of the show. CM, I know you're battling some issues. Paul, I know you're trying to fight from being dead here earlier. And Brickwall, I know you're beating the women off with the baseball bat. So you're trying to stop playing that stripper role, I heard. So here's what we're gonna do. Basically, I want to give you guys an open floor here. You can talk what you want on wrestling real quick. What with the news of Prince DeWitt, and also well wishes to Daniel Bryant. We're glad you came out of surgery well. Take as much time, man, to get well. You've been going for a while, man. We want you when you come back to be fully ready and going full throttle like you've been doing. So from Open Wrestling Talk, from the C-Double, Dana Bryant, we wish you the best. Hashtag Yes Movement is going to keep on going. So we definitely here will keep supporting. But with that being said, guys, potential ideas. What's going to happen with the belts? They're obviously going to make an announcement on Raw. So I'm going to throw it to you, Paul, and we'll go around the horn here.
It's it's really up in the air what they're going to do with the titles. Daniel Bryan's surgery was obviously a success. We all heard the same thing, so. I don't know. I'm still wondering why they did that extra angle with Kane dragging him out towards the end of the show. Maybe that was a safety guard just in case they found something worse than it was going to be, just so they could play off that angle in case it was a big problem for him coming out of surgery and he did need more time to heal. But as far as it seems, from what we heard, it looks like the surgery went well, and I think he'll be back maybe 3 weeks to a month. I don't want him to push it like you said. I want him to take the time off that he needs, relax, get back into shape, and let his neck heal up, and come back and keep the momentum going into the future. This is the prime of his career, and you really don't want to rush it. I know he really wants to get back in there, but your health is a bigger concern. You have to think of longevity, and you have to think of the future. And I'm sure Daniel Bryan is smart enough to think of that, and everything's going to play out well for him. And even if he does happen to get stripped of the titles, it won't be long before they're back around his waist. So we'll see what happens.
All right. And go ahead, Brickwall.
yeah, with the titles. Yeah, they're gonna strip them. But maybe have somebody face Kane for the titles.
All right.
Like maybe a mystery opponent at Payback. Maybe I know I'm gonna get hate for saying this, but CM Punk get his revenge from Kane from Royal Rumble and win the title. I'm not gonna get hate for that, but whatever.
No, you're not gonna get hate for it, man. We have a say something stupid, Paul moment. Well, you took care of it for us. But no, I'm messing with you, dude. No. I get it, man. CM Punk, Chicago would be cool, awesome moment. But we only have one CM, and that's Mr. CM Styles. So CM, I'm gonna let you comment on this, and then we'll take it home from there.
Well, I lost my boss, so I can't pick it up and take it home with me. But as for these titles, I really don't know what they're going to do. I guess we have to look forward to Monday Night Raw to find out. More than likely, with the surgery taking as long as it is, we'll have to take the titles. As for everything else, I really don't have anything to say about it. Special, mystery opponent. That's all I can really say. Other than that, I'm not feeling it.
No, I hear you, man. Well, I'm actually going to just say it. You want to put the belts, put them against Cena versus Wyatt. Why not? I mean, that's the feud that's going. Wyatt's getting really hot. If you want to put it on Cena just to piss people off, you could do that. Daniel Bryan comes back, say, I've never been beaten. Cena drops the belts to him. Blah, blah, blah. Rematch in the making. I can see that working, but, personally, here's my final thoughts on this is that Daniel Bryan, get better. That's what we're all saying here is we want you to take time, get better. We know what you got, and we know what you could do, and we got nothing but mad respect. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Open Wrestling Talk. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to C Chris Champion on YouTube. Check out my boys here. PWF is War. They will be always doing good work, destroying kayfabe. Saturday night, we'll be doing an open forum show about worst gimmicks. Paul and Rick Wall, you guys doing a show also on Saturday, a little earlier about SmackDown review. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. And Rick Wall, go ahead and plug that other group you got going on too.
The group I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can join my group called Wrestling World News, and I post all kinds of news and updates that's constantly going also.
All right, and make sure, and also follow Paul at the Arabian Wolf, and show him support. Give him some love. Subscribe to the PWF Podcast Wrestling Federation. Did I say that right?
Close enough, right?
All right. I want to make sure I get it right, guys. I owe you that. You come out on do my show when we got one guy falling downstairs, we got another guy sick as a dog, another guy in part of the Backstreet Boys in his hoodie hat. So it's all good. And me looking like Prince Albert's brother. So it's all good. So for C Tenzai here. I want to thank everybody. Prince DeWitt, we are behind you. We can't wait. WWE, please don't just put this guy out there and say you got to change every single thing. Work with the guy. He's talented. Read the matches. Triple H is pretty smart about that. And let's also remember, Prince DeWitt can probably stand up to where Sin Cara didn't, where Chris Hero didn't. So that's why I'm saying this guy's the future of WWE. Paul, thank you for sharing and giving us information about the guy. Guys, this is what Wrestling Talk is. Open Wrestling Talk, the group. If you are part of it and you are listening to me, please, if you know of guys that you want to plug, put them on the show. Put them on the, post matches, post pictures of them. I don't have a problem with it. I'm the guy in charge. I'm telling you to do that. We have good debates. If you want to do a show, see me, CM Styles. Destroy Kayfabe at CM Styles Brand. At C Georgia Rican, at Wrestle Talk, 2_stream Wrestle and Talk. And guys, I appreciate y'all. From the crew, C Double, we're out.